The episode starts with a flashback to Seyoung's childhood. He participates in a swimming competition, looking disappointed because his parents couldn't attend. However, Ryu shows up, cheering him on from the stands, making him smile and feel supported. Back in the present, Seyoung is startled awake by Ryu's loud scream. He asks, "Why are you screaming so late at night?" Ryu jokingly responds, "Oh, did I wake you up, baby?" Annoyed but playful, Seyoung spoils the ending of the movie Ryu is watching, frustrating her as he drifts back to sleep. The next morning, as Seyoung arrives at the office, Na-yeon surprises him with exciting news. They've received a major offer to design a retirement community, a huge project. Additionally, Seyoung is interested in participating in a gym remodeling and design competition. Ryu, feeling bored with her unemployment schedule that included playing games, watching TV, and taking naps, decided to invite Seyoung to the library to read comics. Seyoung declined, saying he was busy. Ryu then invited Mo-eum to join her. Just as they were deciding which comics to read, Seyoung unexpectedly showed up. The three of them read quietly for a while before leaving the library. Later, Ryu suggested they all play games together. Seyoung once again declined, saying he had work left at the office, and Mo-eum also turned down the offer. Next day, Ryu offered to help her parents in their shop, but they declined. As a woman entered, Ryu recognized her old school teacher and later agreed to assist her by delivering food to the school. Coincidentally, Seyoung was also at the school for a design competition. The principal was delighted to see both of them doing well in life. When the principal asked if they were free that afternoon, Seyoung politely declined, mentioning he still had work to finish at the office. The teacher then asked Ryu to speak to the students as a successful alumna. Ryu, embarrassed because she had quit her job, hesitated before agreeing to speak. Introduced by the teacher, she confidently answered students' questions. One student asked if Gripe was her dream job, and Ryu admitted it wasn't, to another student asking what her dream was in school, causing Ryu to pause and reflect deeply. As Seyoung walked past the school's swimming pool, memories from his past washed over him, leaving him feeling sad. Ryu, still lost in thought about her own dreams, Seyoung invited her to dig up the time capsule they had buried as kids. They had written letters to their future selves, and Seyoung thought it might help them remember old memories. Feeling down, Ryu decided to head home. When Ryu gets home, she finds her mum busy packing gift boxes. Wanting to be helpful, she offers to assist, but her mum refuses and tells Ryu to focus on her own things. Meanwhile, Myung-woo informs Seyoung about an important meeting scheduled for the next day, reminding him to be fully prepared. Mo-eum and her team are stuck in heavy traffic while trying to rush a patient to the hospital. Dan-ho steps out of his car and starts directing traffic to clear a path. Mo-eum, impressed by his quick thinking, can't see his face but notices the words, "I love mudflats" on his t-shirt. In the meeting, Seyoung is asked to copy another designer's work for the retirement project. He immediately refuses, while Myung-woo steps in, suggesting they'll consider the offer. Later, Myung-woo tries to convince Seyoung to reconsider, saying that copying the design could help secure the deal. Seyoung firmly refuses, insisting he'd rather pass on the project than compromise his principles. Ryu gets a call for meeting, and they are offering her a job similar to what she had in the US, with a good salary. Despite the opportunity, she doesn't seem excited. Seyoung, passing by, notices her and waits for her to come out of the shop. Ryu tells him about the job and says she plans to take it, though it might take time to adjust. Seyoung asks if this is really what she wants. He reminds her that she was unhappy with her old job in the US and, "Why are you settling instead of chasing your dream?" Frustrated, Ryu responds, "Dream jobs are for those who can afford to dream. I don't have that luxury. You wouldn't understand because you come from a wealthy family." Seyoung says, "I thought you remembered what mattered," and walks away, leaving Ryu deep in thought. Seyoung comes home and looks at his swimming medals, thinking back to the time he was selected for the national team. On the way to training, he had an accident that ended his swimming career. This memory leaves him feeling low. At the same time, Ryu is also feeling sad, remembering Seyoung's past. As she sits alone, thinking about her own dreams, she gets a message about a job interview, but doesn't feel happy about it. Later that night, the principal sees Ryu digging outside the school and gets scared. She brings Ryu inside and asks her what she's doing. Ryu explains she was digging up a time capsule. She also confesses that she quit her job at Gripe. The principal supports her decision and tells her that Sejong is also here at school, so you can go and meet him. When Ryu sees Sejong holding the time capsule, he begins reading her letter aloud, making Ryu feel embarrassed. She quickly asks him to return the letter. Sejong puts it back into the capsule and jumps into the pool. Ryu accuses him of doing this on purpose because she can't swim. Sejong then tells her this is the first time he swims since he quit, and it feels good. He reminds Ryu of the time when he stopped swimming and locked himself in his room. Then Ryu would bring Sejong favorite comics. Even when Sejong locked her out, she always found a way to get in, using a spare key to keep him company. She even once tried climbing through his window, almost falling, but Sejong caught her just in time. After Ryu starts calling Sejong a loser, Sejong tells her to leave. Ryu responds, "If I go, will you lock yourself in the room again and just stare at the wall?" This makes Sejong angry, and they begin arguing. As they argue, Sejong starts feeling better. He begins to calm down as the argument continues. Then Ryu took out the axe from the bag and said that if you lock the room again, then she will break the door. Back to present. Sejong tells Ryu that he liked how she used to be full of energy and life, but now he finds her boring, and out of frustration, she jumps into the water. As she starts to struggle, Sejong quickly grabbed her and calmly instructs her to relax her body, reassuring her that she'll start floating naturally. After the tense moment, Ryu opens up to Sejong, admitting that she wants to quit her job and chase her dream, but she can't do anything without her Gripe background. Sejong relates to her, sharing that he once felt the same way. He encourages her by saying that if he found his new dream, she can too. Ryu asks Sejong if he would choose to swim again if he could go back in time. Sejong replies that he wouldn't. He then turns the question on Ryu, asking if she would go back and take the same job or get engaged again. Ryu confidently says no. This triggers a memory for Sejong, recalling when he had written in a letter that after 10 years, he must have confessed to Ryu about his feelings, right? Alright, that's a wrap for this episode. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video with another exciting episode. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.